This is a quick walkthrough video which just shows you some of the functionality that we've set up for System 1 practices in Northwest London ICB to manage pharmacy services, CPCS and the forthcoming Pharmacy First. So the first thing is if you've got a test patient up like this, I'm just going to show you how you can communicate to the patient. So if we go into Communication Annex, which I've added to the toolbar, and now if you look at these preset messages, if you click on preset, and you go down to pharmacy, you can also search in the search bar by typing in pharmacy as well. But if you go down to pharmacy in this folder here, you've got some messages that you can now send the patient. So if we look at the first one, blood pressure, it now says to the patient, you can find a local pharmacy that offers free blood pressure checks using this link. And it gives them a link that they can click on to find a local pharmacy that offers this service. And we can send it to the patient by SMS, or we can drop down on here in this list to send it by either email or even AirMid. There's a few other messages that I've set up for you. So if you look at contraceptive pill, you can find a local pharmacy that offers the contraceptive pill without a prescription using this link. And similarly with some other services, so we've now got emergency prescriptions. So usually you probably won't need to send this. If you get a late request for a prescription in your practice about to shop, maybe. But this gives a link to the patient where they can click on this link to request emergency medication from a pharmacy that offers the service. Further down, I'm not going to show you everyone, but there's also flu vaccination. So they want to get a flu vaccination at the pharmacy and a COVID-19 natural flow test at a pharmacy if they're eligible. So those are some generic messages that might be helpful to signpost patients to pharmacy services. Now, if we go further, how else can you find them? If you look at the search bar at the bottom, you type in pharmacy, and it can bring up the pharmacy services community pharmacy first template. Now, these templates might change their naming and branding as we further get closer to the 31st of January rollout date. But on the first page, what I've done is I've set up for you, again, those useful links for signposting patients. If you click on this box, it also hopefully add a code into the patient's record to show that you have signposted them to community pharmacy. And if you click on this, it will just bring up the correct message for that correct service. In the future, Pharmacy First is going to launch 7 clinical pathways, and that's a little bit of information at the bottom about that. If you're looking for doing a CPCS referral, that's still live at the moment until Pharmacy First launches on the 31st of January, and you can access it by pressing the tab next to pharmacy services. And here we have the community pharmacy consultation template. Now, before I go any further, I just want to show you another way to get to exactly the same thing. So that's what I did. So I'm going to cancel this template here. I went through the search bar here, but if you also go to auto consultation, if you go down to pharmacy services, and again, you can access the template here, Pharmacy Services Community Pharmacy First CPCS. So exactly the same template, just showing you a different way to reach it. So if we click on Community Pharmacy Consultation Service tab, you can select the condition that you want to refer for, and helpfully we've built in the guidance for your reception team, your admin team, non-clinical team to know what is appropriate, what's suitable for referral, and do not refer, exclusion criteria for patients. So just a useful guide so that people can navigate what is appropriate to make a CPCS referral for. So if we click on colds in this example, then we click on OK. Now what's happening here is it's bringing up the address book. So this is where you can pick the pharmacy. So if you click on address book, and I'm going to suggest you go to search at the top right. And if you type in CPCS, now I'm going to put in Ealing CPCS. So I'm looking for a local pharmacy in Ealing that does the service. So now this is likely to change. We're likely to change that CPCS reference because after 31st of January, that's no longer really going to be a term anymore. Maybe we'll just keep it to pharmacy. But that's how it's working at the moment. So I'm just going to click for just demonstration purposes the top example of a pharmacy. Now here in the drop down box here with type, if you have the time and energy, if you change that to community, it looks a little bit more cleaner. Otherwise, it kind of gives the impression that you're referring to a hospital. So we now click on right now, and that's bringing up, sorry, just waiting for it to load. Right, so it's bringing up the referral form. And just to show you some of the changes here, so at the top again, I've given you some signposting for the links that if you wanted to send a patient to know how they can find a pharmacy that offers a particular service. Also, just a little bit of a holding message here, just explain again how Pharmacy First is going to launch 31st of January. If we go further down in this referral form, it's already pulled in the condition, the problem that we ticked on the template, common cold, but it gives you a little bit more of an opportunity to type some extra information if you need to. But hopefully you've got nothing else to add to this form. The patient's details have already been pulled through on page 1, and page 2 just confirms the problem. Hopefully you've got the guide again to what is suitable, what's not suitable for referral. And the last page, in case a pharmacy didn't have the technical setup to send you a message, a post-consultation message through another electronic method, this just gives them the option to complete the rest of this form and send it back to you, maybe by NHS mail. There's a helpful video link to something which a video I made earlier that explains to a pharmacist how to do that. If I go back up again, just want to also mention a link to Service Finder, which I put in. So if you're looking for any pharmacy details, perhaps you're looking if they've got a bypass phone number or their email address, something a bit right, you can click on this link and you can use the NHS Service Finder to search for those details. Right, so once you've done the form, click on Save Final Version. And it's asking if you want to save its final version. We're going to click on Yes. That was a pop-up message. Okay, and now we're going to right-click on here, click on Send via NHS Mail. It says, do you want to email the patient or a contact from your address book? We're going to go for existing contact from the address book, and it should remember the last search we did, Ealing CPS. So if we just click on Search again, and just click on that, and it's asking us if you'd like to confirm if we send the letter to this pharmacy. We click on Yes, and then we can put CPCS test referral for the purpose of this, and then we click on OK, but you can put in any other message you want in the email, and that's it. You're going to get an alert like this saying that the letter will be sent after the record is saved. We click OK, and then if you click on Save the record, that referral is sent via NHS Mail directly to that pharmacy. As I said, this guide, this template is going to evolve, it's going to change. This is just an interim setup to help you as we approach the launch of Pharmacy First on the 31st of January. Thank you.